Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 13th of April, 2025. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are back today with some more Path of Exile. It's feeling a bit low energy this morning, so I was like, you know what? We're not gonna get too deep into Look Outside or No Skin today, so we're probably just gonna do some Path of Exile for a little bit and see how we're feeling. But yeah, we'll get back to all the other stuff, obviously, next week, or this week, depending on who you ask. But starting tomorrow, how about that? Um, we've got No Skin to work through, we've got Look Outside to work through, we've got Pillars of Eternity to get through, Dark Alliance to get through, so this will probably be the last Path of Exile stream until we finish one of those things. Well, actually, no. It'll have to either be No Skin or Look Outside, because Pillars of Eternity, after that one, we're doing Pillars of Eternity 2, and so on and so forth. So that's going to be that for a while. So once we get through with No Skin or Look Outside, I think I'm going to focus on Look Outside first, because that one probably has more of a definitive end, where there's a lot of stuff to find in No Skin. So I'm going to probably focus on Look Outside and just try to make our way through that game. And then we'll probably add Path of Exile back to the rotation if I'm feeling like it. If not, then we'll focus on No Skin and we'll pull in another horror game. Because I do have a few other longer form horror games that we'll be playing at some point. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing today. And the rest of the week. I'm trying to think if there's anything I wanted to mention. We are playing the most recent update, which they have done a few things to, and they are continuing to actively update. Sorry, I've been having a problem recently with my lips chapping, which has never happened to me before. I've never really had, like, I've had some dry lips on occasion, but never like full-on chapping, so it's very strange. But so we'll get a little bit deeper into this. I don't know if we'll get through, like, we can skip all the stuff because the story, as far as I know, has not changed in Path of Exile 2. But we'll get as far as we can. I highly doubt we're gonna make it to end game. We haven't even got through the first act yet, so it's probably gonna take a little bit. Plus, we're really trying to figure out the Huntress and all of that stuff. I'm very, very curious to see how this, like, scales later on. Right now we're going kind of a lightning spear build, but we might look into other stuff later on. There's a lot of there was a lot of indie stuff that got announced recently. I haven't had the chance to look at it completely, so we might pull in some other games at some point just to check out some indie games. South of Midnight also released that I looked very interesting. There's also Blueprints that released, which, if I don't remember if anybody was here for the demo of that, we did play a demo of that, which is a very interesting little puzzle game. It's like a multi-layered kind of puzzle thing. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know if it's something we would continuously play on the channel, but that did release as well. So we've got a lot of stuff. Also, I've been trying to pay attention to the Lies of P stuff. There is going to be a DLC coming out called Overture. And it's going to be like a full-on DLC and everything. So we might do another playthrough. When that comes out, we might do another playthrough of Lies of P. In fact, we probably will do another playthrough of Lies of P just because I really enjoy that game. And then we will do the DLC and stuff, because the character that I did for our playthrough, I took in immediately after the stream, took into New Game Plus and beat the game again. So I don't really want to do New Game Plus Plus for the DLC. So we'll probably start over, new character for that, and kind of work our way through that when that comes out. I'm not sure when that is. So far they've given a lot of teasing stuff, but nothing like concrete as far as I know of release date. And we've got a bunch of other stuff we're going to be working through as well. So, all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just jump into the game. The music you hear is from Darksiders 2. The pretty solid soundtrack, so I don't mind playing that. But let's see, Make sure all of that's working. All right, our YouTube looks good. Captions are working. Very good. Also, I said yesterday, it's probably the last time I was going to mention. This will be probably the last time I actively mention it. Now, if people have questions and stuff, obviously I'll answer. But I did. Our announcement on Monday was that we did officially become a part of the Crypt Stream Team, which is a charity-focused, horror-focused stream team. So you're going to probably see a bit more charity stuff on the channel, which if you've been around, you know that's stuff that I've always wanted to do anyways. This just allows me to do it probably a bit easier, as well as we're going to be probably trying to raid into as many of the stream team members as we can. Because I know there's some of these stream team members that I've not like actively watched for whatever reason. Sometimes they stream the same time as us, or sometimes I just, you know, there's a bunch of other choices and stuff, so it's like you have to kind of pick. So I wanna try to meet some more of these Crypt stream team members over the next, you know, months, and so that way we just, you know, again, it's all about creating a good, positive community, and I wouldn't mind meeting more people that have that kind of same ideal. But yeah, so, and some people they stream when long after we're done, so fortunately we won't be able to raid into them consistently. But I have everybody written down, because there was I was sitting there, I was like, how am I gonna remember who all's in the stream team? And I had the website pulled up on my phone, which I do need to connect. I need to ask if I can, but I want to connect the crypt icon down below the channel. I want to connect that to the website so people can go and find all of the members of the team more easily. But I just have a written note on the computer with everybody's name, so that way I can make sure I give people, because there's a lot of people that are a part of the crypt community that aren't on the stream team as of yet. So I want to make sure that, like, I'm shouting out everyone from the crypt community, but also spotlighting the people that are a member of the stream team as well, so people know where to find, you know, everything. But yeah, so let's go ahead and switch over here, and we're just gonna get into it. Like I said, it's gonna be a little low energy today, but it should be okay. We're still going to get our butt kicked, and I'm probably still going to complain about it, but that's part of the fun of these games. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to mention here at the top of the stream, other than this game is very loud in my ears. Change it to Act 3 areas. You guys can't see it behind me. There's a thing that says change it to Act 3 areas, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work. Alright, this is our character. Looks very happy. I love that they actually changed character and it's not just Ranger. I'm very excited to keep playing this character, although I will say I'm also very excited for when we finally get the Druid. I tried Druid back in the Diablo 2 days, and I was not very good with like the shape-shifting balance that character had. I need to do the filter thing at some point. Okay, so we just made it to the town. We do need to do the tools because this is a new season, so. Alright. So we need to find the tools while we're exploring this area. And they have added and adjusted, or at least rotated, some of the maps. So we are getting a bit more of a variance in the maps now, which is very nice to see. I just heard something drop over here. Okay, we need to make sure that we're doing that, because this is going to be paramount to our build.
have enough in my pack already.
Really? Blank room. What? Blank room. That's new. Portion a rune of your choosing. Wait, is this? Did they just add this to this? I figured this method tools, by the way. Okay. Interesting. That's skill gem 4. Let's go ahead and grab that one just in case. We don't need another flask. Magic item with a new modifier. More resistance, I'll take that. Oh, this is a normal twin magic item. Okay, well then let's do our belt. Life regeneration. Helpful. Very, very helpful. Add a rune socket to a weapon or armor. Wand staff. Okay, they did add wand staff to that as well. Yeah. Trying to figure out how we can, because I need, is there anything here that we don't? I'll just get rid of these. Although I probably, hold on. That's not a big deal. That's not what we do. We just need to go back to town. Okay, give him the tools. Also, the rune thing is new, so that gives you a reason to do that quest now, outside of the tools, which I think is very, very smart. That way it's not a wasted quest anymore. I don't remember that being in the thing, but I guess I never did it again. Desert rune. Okay, we're gonna need cold resist. So I'm gonna grab that. Okay, and this is where the fun comes in. Now we can do this kind of stuff. Those away. Let's see. So we already have one of these. Okay. You identify. Lightning resist and evasion. I like the evasion better, I think. You disenchant that. And that. And then we can go here. To salvage this.
Not now.
Just making sure we, there we go.
Oi, take a look.
Okay, what are we looking at here? Strength. We got life regen on our belt. What is our spear? Cold and life per enemy. This one is definitely an upgrade. Yeah, I'm gonna go and buy this. We lose the health gain, which sucks, but the damage is almost double, I think. We also need to find an amulet. Do you have an amulet?
What do you think?
No, but we'll grab
That spoke
that.
to me as well.
We're looking for. Okay.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
Currency. Gems. Alright. I think we're good now. Okay, so now we need to remember if that's... We'll have to check when we get to harder difficulty to see if that rune is always there, because if it is, that's very, very helpful. We also need to see if we can keep an eye out for an ice resistance ring. The boss here can be a little,
Come on!
a little bit of a pain.
Lightning strikes twice!
Maybe not. I'm gonna guess it's still this way, but... Yeah, I like this lightning combo thing we've got going. Probably still gonna need to find some like single target stuff, but multi-target wise we're doing pretty good. Do not need the plated bumper. Okay.
Clean kill!
Okay. I see. So we do get ground stuff from
Come here!
Okay, frenzy charges. Wax jackets. Pathfinder cloak, yeah, that's what we're using. Oh, did not expect it.
The hunt is on. Straight through the heart.
Apparently that pig got lost in the sauce there. Completely just ran into a wall. Okay. Alright.
Hold on, man. Don't do this. Stop. Just wait. Surely we can.
No escape.
Lot of heads.
Ray will take you, bastard. You had your chance to kill me. Now it's my turn.
Okay.
Take their head, or I take the guillotine. Once. Your time is up. Rip your damn throat out. Get down here. The guillotine. You cowards! Fight or die!
It's you who should have hanged. But this was just as good.
Alright. Belt cap, belt cap. Good. Free you. And I saw something over here. What's this? Ancient ruin? Oh, jewelry left in the graves here. Okay, I do need to go back there then. I was wondering, I was like, wait a second.
How can I...
It doesn't work.
Okay. Evasion. Life regen, probably the better of the two. Level 5, okay. Barrage. Empowered attacks for frenzy charge, okay. Volleys of spears, okay. 6 stats. Final stab inflicts bleeding, leaves spearheads stuck in the target, maiming them for a duration. Detonator skills cause the stuck spearheads to explode. From an electrified spear that lodges in the ground periodically zaps nearby enemies. The spear is detonated with another skill, immediately unleashes a volley. Consumes a frenzy charge if possible to fire bolts more frequently. Okay, and shocked ground. Okay, so this might be what we go with. This seems very good single target. But this seems like it helps multi-target. We kind of need the single target, though. We're gonna grab this one just because it works for our build better. Support gem. Expanse. Cooldown longer, but bigger area effect. Plus 10 cooldown, but has more damage. What is the cooldown on this? I don't know. Oh, it's 6. Okay, let's try that out.
Enter the manor. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, this is more evasion rating. Gives us mana and cold resist, which we are going to need. Is there not a quick equipped? Huh. I guess there's not.
How can I help? Take a look.
Stash. Brains. Good. Let's go fire for now. We'll need the ice when we fight the boss, but...
It is good. These are just some odds and ends of mine.
Still no amulet. But we can go back to the cemetery and maybe grab one, so let's do that.
The thrill of the hunt!
Okay, so if we throw this... Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all.
Need more time.
Grab these different sockets. Okay, we're just looking for time. We're looking for, there should be a little, like, grave site.
Wait!
Hey, thank you for the alert there. Pico Bras, hopefully you're doing okay. Welcome in. Okay, yeah, they're definitely dropping considerably more support gems, which I do appreciate.
Straight through the owl!
So if I do this, and then jump here, is that... Hey, boy, how you doing today? Checkpoint. Okay, this is what we want. Wow, all that for an iron ring. Great. Love it. Okay. Where is the manor? This increase, hold on, we're gonna do something. Would this increase the damage of lightning spear? Nah, doing good, woke up earlier than expected, I'm awake. Yeah, I also woke up a bit earlier. So, I was like, you know what, might as well get on the stream for a little bit. Okay, so it does seem like they've done some adjustments.
This'll do nicely.
With the loot and stuff. Which I'm very much enjoying so far. I like that we're getting a lot more support gems. We were basically getting none of those things. So we were like, well, we're gonna, you know, pick the thing. We really have to just full send on it. But now we don't have as much of an issue with that.
Straight through the eye.
Okay. Well, alright, so we got this. Now we're gonna go here. So this is gonna increase attack speed, and then projectile speed and attack speed there, so. I'm gonna wait for these to go away. So I think ours were pretty good, so. I think these guys are pretty resistant to lightning, but not resistant enough.
Come on.
But hopefully your weekend's going well. Did you guys you guys were supposed to hang out with some people yesterday? How'd that go?
Straight through the eye.
When you watch, oh, okay. I think I've heard of that before, but I don't know if I've ever seen. Doesn't seem like my kind of thing, anyways. Me myself and Irene, yeah. Food came out good, but you went to onion and potato salad. That's unfortunate. Still so good? Okay. That's nice. Just close to my chair just a little bit. Okay. Okay, well, we'll be here, just miting our way through the monsters. The lightning bolts. That to go away.
Have enough in your pack already.
Is this the gallows? It is.
Bring it on.
Where are the stairs? There they are. Okay. That's the gallows. I'm assuming this is a rotated map, and the manor should be this way. Okay, it's not just a rotated map. Blood to go away. Good. Huh. Is the manor this way? I'm guessing the manor's up this way. Maybe. Certainly looks like it given all of this stuff. Yes. Okay. You know what would be really cool? And maybe it's too many bosses, but I would love it if there was like a gargoyle boss here. Well, I guess you have the candle mass on the inside, but just something there at the entrance to the manor. Like a little, or maybe a higher chance of like a rare spawn. Alright.
Now to do with a tyrant, but stick his head on a pike.
Alright, let's go back to town. There we go. I was like, I know there's a button around here somewhere. Someone has a button.
Greetings.
Nope, nope. Movement speed, but we need 20 strength, unfortunately.
Kindly to that.
Sorry, I was just... These are just some odds and ends of mine.
Still no.
I will treasure it.
No ambulance. That too. That. Still need another level 5. But again, it's nice to see that we're getting more support gems. Could gamble. Well, actually, I don't think we have enough money to gamble for. I did not want to go through here. I did not want to go through here at all. That's fine. Let's do this. A weird roundabout way of doing that.
Straight through the arm.
Oh, you're out back there.
Come on.
Pretty good shot. Went straight down there. All this bloody explosion stuff all over the place. There we go. Okay. So instead of this, we're gonna go with this. So this might help our single target.
Strike fast, strike true.
Okay, that did nothing damage-wise. Okay, never mind. That seems like it might not be a great ability. Oh, it has a finish to it. Okay, I see. I wonder if I do martial tempo on the rapid shot. Okay, that does work.
Better off dead. Right, go.
Okay, but that move is even worse than this move was, so I'm gonna do that, that, that. There we go.
Time is nigh. Our triumph is at hand.
There's the tyrant in all his rotten glory.
Checkpoint. This will be the candle mass.
First ones,
That's no statue.
hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles
Heart of
our
the
minds?
storm.
It sits poised to strike. No one is safe.
By that. Okay, that's shoot behind him now. Yeah, we still need something single target wise.
Whatever it was, it's dead now.
Okay, this gives us HP. It's a little bit, rough. Like they all hit us with like one move at the same time. Big old dead end. Got it.
You can rest when you're dead. Keep digging.
Just a painting there.
Come on then. What are you hiding? Lightning strikes twice. Let's gorilla the hunt.
Not exactly what we were hoping for.
Come here.
This should be a torture chamber.
Yes. Don't stop.
I've heard enough of the beast to know feeding it's a fool's game.
Okay. Before we do that, we need to go back to town. Just because we need to switch out our things to the ice one.
So you look.
now.
A little bit of a rough, because it's like, we really do need movement speed. Cold resist loss is not great. Wish I could put the movement speed on those, but...
Sorry, I was just... I've collected... Oh, I like this one.
Fire resist, which we don't need. We need ice resist. Physical damage to attacks. It's actually more physical damage. We lose the life, so it's not really worth it. Need these in our inventory anymore, so we do need to look at.
If you find anything take your
Got a
fancy.
next level of spear for us? No. Gonna do this because we're gonna need the damage. We'll get plenty of those later. Do not have any cold resist. Oh, we got 6. Okay, hold on. Oh no, we got 22. Okay, so we're not too bad off. Fighting this guy without cold resist is just a pain.
Who knows what prizes await?
Okay, let's buy an amulet. We just need something that's actually solid. Mana regen, not necessary. Accuracy, helpful. Mana, nah. Critical damage when it's fine, but attributes, pretty solid. Okay, so that at least gets us a little bit better prepared for this fight.
Lightning strikes twice! This interloper has the power we need. Kill her, and you shall have everything I promise.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
Go on then. Come and get it.
First one's iron! First one's iron! That will not go unpunished! First one's iron!
Come and get.
Oriana! Open the cage! Release the beast! Give me what you promised!
I think to do the job. I'll find someone else. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Manipulative whore! How dare you abandon me after all I've given you! I smell your blood! And I am ravenous.
Okay, let's see if they made this a little bit easier too.
Tooth and claw. Torn wretched under the moon. The pack suffered but endured, and howled nigh in tune. No tales were told, none new, none old, and their endless hunger grew ever stronger.
Okay, that seems a bit more.
Smell your blood, and I am ravenous.
That seems a bit more
Solstice of pain.
fine. Okay, I think they've rebalanced this fight, at least from like his move standpoint.
Stretch the arc.
Okay, that's. He also seems to do this move a bit more, because usually he didn't do this move. This also has a lot more openings than it did before. Yeah, they've changed his AI. I think this is a way better balance than it was before.
As night falls,
This feels a lot better to do.
winter's chill, softly unworthy. Through an endless night, they wither and tarry. Forsaken frosts,
We'll have to see how it is on
cold
cool.
as death, of Beir's misery. The pack won't forget. Solstice of pain. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Freezing gale.
He is still very tanky, though.
Stretch through the arc.
Okay, now it's the real test. These things usually, like, one-shot you.
I smell your blood, and I am ravenous.
Okay, so those seem to happen whenever he stands up.
The air grows colder, and now
Oh, don't like this. Do not like the mixture of the two.
and now the impaler, as swift as death, and imbued by the moon.
So there is a bug. There's a bug where if your spear, like if you click something outside, it will still try to attack even if there's no target to attack. So there is a bug right now, I think, with this, the way this attack is working. Because I'll literally like attack a thing and then she'll just keep stabbing the air. Like that's not how attack is intended to work.
Noose this time.
But he's still too tanky. I think he needs a little bit, at least for this run. Like on cool and stuff, I can understand it, but like on this, he's still got like way too much health.
Pay for that. Easy prey.
Yeah, that needs a little extra time on it too.
Chilling frost. I smell your blood. And I am ravenous.
They also fixed the frozen ground on that attack. That used to be most egregious frozen ground. So they have rebalanced this guy. I still just think he has too much HP. Also, these attacks are not going where I'm clicking, which is really annoying. So yeah, they're gonna have to fix the aiming. I think either that or they've done something that made it worse than it was before. See, look at that. I aim at that guy and it shot it over there. Go where I'm aiming, not where you think the spear should go, you stupid game.
Agna shall slay again. Requiem on high. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Killing frost. Requiem on high.
Yeah. Yeah, he still has way too much health for having 2 phases. They need to scale down every phase 2 so far in Act 1. Because having this much health is just tedious. It's not even difficult, it's just tedious. Because like we've got a pretty good weapon, but there's no reason why we should be doing so little damage to this guy.
This time,
Like,
I'll remove your head
I've also forgot to switch this out.
Go on then. Come and get it.
Easy prey.
Also, if you're gonna do Souls-like combat, add invincibility frames. Like, come on. Like,
You will falter. Run, little rabbit. First one's eye. Kneel. That will not go unpunished.
Lightning strike twice.
Easy prey.
yeah, the spear aiming is not what it should be. And they did fix the stun glitch. There was a glitch where you could like stun him into like phase 2, and then you could just like stack stuns on him. That's bigger, which is done.
Desolation. Solstice of pain.
Yeah, this doesn't need to stay on the ground either.
The air grows colder. And now the wound. And now the impaler. As swift as death. And imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted. Branded and afflicted. Your veins soon chilled. Agna shall slay again. Chilling frost. Requiem on high. I will take out your heart and favor. Freezing gale.
See, right there, that stab attack, that you saw my cursor on the opposite side of the map, so it's just like
I smell your blood.
Hold on.
okay. I rolled. You could see me mid roll. Yeah, they need to add invincibility frames to the roll if they're gonna do this meaningful combat. They've got to make it to where you actually have more defenses than.
With bloodlust empowered, our Ezeli have endured, but soon all were devoured in unending war.
less health. Just absolutely less health on this guy. Again, it's not hard, it's just tedious.
Men fell as some are sour. Desolation.
Also, he doesn't do enough melee attacks in this phase to make a parry build work. So they're gonna have to add more striking to this. I love when there's residual BS damage. Yeah, this still needs to be reworked. Like they've balanced some of it, but he's too tanky, and the second phase has very small windows for parry. Like there's like maybe 2 strikes that he does, and he doesn't pull them out often enough to make parry work. So they're gonna have to add back some him not casting his stuff as much.
I'll remove your head myself.
Because like this phase you can parry the crap out of him, right? Like they also fixed this where it's a little more forgiving too.
That will not go unpunished. Easy prey.
Okay. See, he does attacks in this phase, but not in phase 2. Yeah, see. There's nothing we can do with it. See, and I'm literally rolling through the thing. So, add invincibility frames, lower the health. Because this is the first boss, right? Like, there's no reason to be build checking people right now. Right? Because newer players, if they can't get past this boss, they're gonna stop playing the game. Again, I don't know why there's this incessant focus on difficulty on this early in the game. Like, you talk in-game stuff, sure, but like this early in the game, it shouldn't take this long to kill a boss. Because the thing is no one pays attention to Souls-like when they want to reference Souls-likes, and that's the most irritating thing in game design to me. Is it's like, oh, we're doing that difficult combat. It's like, yes, but do you know how long a fight takes, like a good fight in a Souls game? Like 3 minutes, tops. Right? This is just tedious. Look at this. Okay, now, see, he decided to start doing the thing there, so I don't know. But yeah, it's just tedious.
I smell your blood.
Straight through the air.
And I am ravenous. Desolation. Your pulse quickens.
So, again, I will never be on this board of the like, oh, a good game has to be difficult. Like, I think that's the dumbest change in this game. It's just being like this focus on meaningful combat. No, dude, this is not meaningful. It's tedious. Because I'm not having a dance with the boss like, you know, like the things that inspire this kind of gameplay, right? Because this is the combat right now. I do this, I dodge. And then I just stand here and I stab him a whole bunch because he has way too much HP. Right? There's no, like, punishment here. Also, like, he has many more punishing moves than I do, which is fine, as long as I have moments where I can do, like, considerable damage. But, like, it's just like, look at this. Like, I'm just getting pushed around by him. Like, it's... And I'm sure there's builds that just do it faster, but like, again, this is the Act 1 boss, and then they added this unnecessary like last phase thing. Again, they've missed the point of a Souls-like or a difficult, meaningful combat. You can call it whatever you want. It's stupid. Like, it's stupid. Like, call it whatever you want, man. But like, this is Act 1. You can't say, "Oh, we have good onboarding," and then make this your first boss, right? Like, this is just, Go play Souls games if you're going to reference them in your type of combat. Then, and pay attention to how long it actually takes. Because sometimes it feels like the combat takes forever in those games. But in actuality, it's like a minute and a half. Like, the hardest boss in Elden Ring, which, at least for most people, is the one at the end of the DLC. You know how long it takes to beat that boss? 4 minutes, tops. For, like, really bad builds and stuff. Like, now if you're doing, like, the no-hit, parry-only thing, then obviously that'll... See, like that. It's like, what was I supposed to do there? It's just, yeah. I don't make ARPGs that are Souls-likes. Like, that's just the long and the short of it. Like, because, like, there was another game that did this, which was, I don't remember. Also, don't make that bigger. It's unnecessary. What was that game called? It was an MMO. It was like a Korean MMO or something, and they did this same kind of thing with their end game, where they wanted that like meaningful combat. But basically, what their combat ended up being is if someone dies at any phase during the boss, you lose, which again is a terrible design philosophy. Like, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, if I ask someone new to play this, they stop here. 100% of the time they stop here, right? Because this cloud alone takes like a minute, right? Like,
Desolation. I will take out your heart and savor each bite. Desolation. As night falls, winter's chill swept the unworthy through an endless night. They wither and tarry, forsaken frosts, as cold as death, of baleless misery. The pack won't forget. Desolation. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous. Solstice of pain.
also, he shouldn't be able to summon that right on his position, dude.
Take out your heart and save.
He's gonna do his little. So he's not attacking enough for me to do a parry here, which means that they're already negating parry builds on the first boss of the the game. Yeah, and this also should not happen at the same time. There's enough to dodge without having to worry about that.
As swift as death.
Like, this is just unnecessary.
Cursed or gifted. veins soon chill. Agnar shall slay again.
Yeah. The problem is that, again, I mentioned this when we started playing this again. They're stuck between design philosophies, and they don't work together. Either have an ARPG or have a Souls-like. Don't try to do both.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment.
And if you are going to do the Souls-like, make sure you take all of that design philosophy, not just making the combat long, tedious, and dodge-heavy.
Oriana used it against me. Where has she taken the beast?
Because I guarantee you, this is a fall-off point. This is a huge fall-off point.
From Vastiri. Yes.
Blah, 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 yes.
Find her.
This should be skippable, too.
But first, please, stop the madness. As you wish. Must make haste.
Ring mill
Let us return
gauntlets.
to Clearfell to make our preparations.
But, because the thing is, and I talked about this when we played Lords of the Fallen, I talked about this when we play basically any game that thinks it knows what Souls-likes are and then failed to do what Souls-likes are.
Stick to
Dad, the good luck.
Because the idea behind a Souls-like in the combat, right, is boss does thing, you respond. You do thing, boss responds, right? Like there's a back and forth. This, I'm just spamming the button and all in the windows. Like there's no actual back and forth here. And again, that phase 2 doesn't accommodate for the parry, which they just added, because he maybe did a physical combat twice in the entire 4 minutes. Because I looked at the thing, actually it was longer than that. That fight probably takes 8 minutes. That's too long. Go watch Souls fight. They feel like they take 8 minutes. They take a minute and a half, right? In a lot of cases. Obviously, there's challenge runs and stuff, but I'm talking about on average. It takes too long. That's too long of a fight. For an ARPG where the idea is that you're going to get faster and stronger, this just feels like you're a slog, right? That fight right there, there's no reason you should have a 12-minute fight as your first boss. Final boss? Sure. First boss? No, absolutely not. That goes against the idea of onboarding, because imagine you're a first-time player, right? You get to that boss, you do pretty good. You get him to phase 2. You've already put in 7 minutes of gameplay. You get one shot, or you miss a dodge and you die. How many times do you think a new player is going to do a 7 to 15 minute fight repeatedly, right? I guarantee you, it's not much. So,
How can I advise?
it's not. So far, still don't agree with how that's designed. Okay, armor evasion, physical damage to attack, maximum life, increased attack speed. Strength can satisfy other. Okay, I think these are just better because the attack speed is really good. We lose the resistances, which is fine. I don't like losing the enemy per hit, though. You know, I don't think the damage and stuff is worth... Is that a high... That's a maxed out roll? Oh, no, it's unscalable. Okay. Okay, we're gonna just slap that in unique. So it's our first unique yarn grepper. Evasion boots with fire resist. That's probably beneficial. I feel like if cheese boss fights for that long because it's stuck again. Well, that's the thing, right? There's a difference between how it's developed and how you encounter it, right? If it's developed where that is the strategy, then that's different than it's okay, the easiest way to actually fight that. Perfect example, Diablo 1, first boss you can run into is the Butcher. The official strategy guide tells you the way to beat the Butcher at level 2 when you first run into him is to equip a bow, get behind some grating in a door, and just keep firing arrows until he dies. That fight for a warrior takes 10-20 minutes, right? And for a rogue takes 3, right? But that's because that is not well designed for a melee encounter. And given a game that's about builds and stuff, they have to rethink, like, okay, what strategies are going to work consistently across all of that? Now, of course, this is going to run into balancing issues, obviously. And I'm sure there's builds that also do a lot more damage. We don't really have a good single target. So I'm fine with it taking a bit longer, but there's a difference between a 5-minute fight that takes an extra 2 minutes because your build's bad, and a 12-minute fight that takes an extra 5 minutes because your build is bad, right? Because again, if you're talking about a newer player, you tell a newer player they have a 15-minute fight that if they mess up twice, they have to redo every single bit of it, they're not going to stick around, right? That is the least accommodating thing you can do to a newer player. People want to be able to get in and get stuff done. Now, I don't think they should obliterate the boss, mind you. If they have a good build, again, pay attention to a Souls fight. Hold on, I'm trying to think. What would be the best way to illustrate this? I could do Lies of P. I could switch over to Lies of P real quick and show you, because we're outside the first boss. Like, I could show you what a good Souls-like does combat-wise. And you can see that, like, the first boss, and it'd be first boss comparison to first boss, right? And you can see that, like, even though that fight looks like it takes a while, probably won't take that long. And it's, I don't know. This is why I'm so wary of recommending this game. Is because they keep saying, oh, we're going to make it easier for the newer player, and then they have a 15-minute boss fight. Right? I get where they're going with that. That should be the second boss fight, or the third boss fight, or better yet, the stuff in the harder difficulty. That should not be your first major boss. 15 minutes is too much of an investment for a boss in most aspects. Like, that fight is probably longer than most of the fights of, like, Diablo 2 in Act 1 put together. Right? Like, Endariel can take that long if you're, you know, using something she's resistant to. But, like, I've never taken that long on Endariel, and that game came out in 2000. Right? Just because you want to do something new doesn't mean you have to reinvent the wheel. And I think that, again and again, that's what developers are doing. They're trying to be like, well, we're just going to do something completely different. It's like, there's a reason why formulas work, and there's nothing wrong with altering that formula in a way that benefits you. But adding a 15-minute boss fight in Souls-like combat does not add to ARPG. Right? It slows it down. Which, as we've seen with basically every other game that slowed it down, you lose players. Right? Because you also gotta remember that, like, the development now versus development way back when, like, these, like, slower games were popular, is completely different, right? Because it's slower, when the slower games were popular, people didn't mind that time investment. But again, when I say slower, I mean something that takes 5 minutes in comparison to 2 minutes, not 15 comparison to 4, right? And I don't know.
How can I be
This worries me. That fight right there worries me. Because if that stays consistent for every boss after it, people are not going to complete this game.
Do whatever it takes.
Like, again, I'm not looking for it to be like the Path of Exile blast through everything. That's fine. You can slow it down from that. But this is too far.
Traveler grows close to the
Like,
end.
So this is the mystery. I'm not
because the
no
problem
stranger
is
to slaying
they
beasts.
keep and
I'll make it
I will
work.
disagree with them like every step away. Maybe that's going to be the problem with me in this game. I do not think meaningful combat, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, is a good design philosophy for a game like this. Especially when you're trying to make the game easier for newer players. It's just it's not smart when you're like, oh yeah, newer players are gonna love fighting a boss for 15
Clean
minutes.
kill.
And you know, people argue, well, it's the Act 1 boss, it should be difficult. I agree, but there's a difference between difficult and tedious. And again, I'm not one of the super content creators that blast through all the content regardless in like 5 seconds flat, right? I probably represent the moderate player. The people that have played long enough to know how to stick it out and how to look at builds and stuff, but not so much so that they just know how everything's gonna work out without even thinking about it, right? And so I'm kind of in that middle ground between, you know, someone who's played a lot and someone who's new. And that's why I'm just like, because I know there's a lot of people that want to try this game out, but I'm very curious how much fall off it's going to have right there at the beginning, right? Okay. I love when it doesn't go where I tell it to go. That's always great. I don't know why we were taking so much damage. These guys are... But I don't know. Like it's one of those that's like they have more demographic information than I will, but I don't know. I want more people to play games, not less. And I talk about this every time we play a game that thinks that difficulty is a good design philosophy. Because the thing is another thing that a lot of games miss is the reward needs to match the investment, right? Now, arguably, we did get a unique set of gloves, which people would argue is probably pretty good, because there's no guarantee that you get a unique there. Unless they made sure that you get a unique there, just to, you know, try to bring players in and whatnot, but, oh, we gotta level up? I didn't notice we had to level up. And again, people will disagree, and that's fine. You know, the whole point of early access is so we can figure all this stuff out together. But also, this is going to be interesting to see how they manage this, because this current fight that we're having does not allow me to parry. Like, there's no way I can get to this guy and parry while these things are chasing us, right? So we get another level 5. Oh.
Barrage.
I just realized I read this completely wrong. So we empower, and then we can throw. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wait. Lightning strikes twice.
Power. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the aiming, dude. It just keeps, like, missing. That's a pretty good drop, honestly. So, winged spear, I think is the new spear. So, let's see. Attack speed, great. Mana, I don't... More damage. Technically, yeah. It's got lightning damage. So... How long did Empower work? Okay, it doesn't last super long. Just curious. So if we do
Hold
this...
That's
stabbing.
him up there, the leader. The wind howls.
I need this guy to come over here. Yeah, they really made these things way too tanky. Either that or our damage is really, really bad, which I don't understand because we just upgraded to this new spear, right? So like if anything it should be better than it was before, not worse.
They're everywhere. Dead. All of them.
And another winged spear.
I'm bent double as is.
Ooh, melee skills, physical, so that's more damage. Let's do that. Passage, another level 5 skill gem, loaded one,
Greetings.
identify,
Whatever it takes.
yeah, I figured that this would be better. I don't know why I'm looking at that, that's not where my damage is. Oh yeah, it's significantly better because of the level, I'm guessing. Power attacks repeat 2 times, plus an additional time for reflexive. Maximum buff is 5 seconds. I wonder if we... No, it's still just better.
Who goes? I only hope. Browse as long as you like. I shall put this to use.
Good. rid of any rares, did I? No. Yeah, I love how they keep giving us movement speed boots that we just can't use. Those are actually pretty good boots, honestly.
What?
Disenchant.
I remain a. With the trail can.
Second.
In all my wanderings, I've not seen anything like this.
Okay. Gates, quarry. Okay, we have to do quarry first, obviously.
Mining like this, it can only mean war's coming. Straight through the art!
Yeah, why is that guy so strong? This is a minion. I think these guys to explode. Ignites nearby corpses. Okay, I was like, what the hell? I love how he figured out that like he has a move that can't be parried and then immediately spams it.
Almost a challenge.
Like, what?
Take this!
Yeah, I love this mana drain thing. Okay, where do we go from here? Not doing poisons. Could do this. Grab some evasion and movement speed. Parry, parry. Parry. Flask effects. See, they've added these parry nodes, but like... Hold on, I want to check something. Bloodhound's Mark. Tame Beast. I don't get Tame Beast until level 31? Okay. Oh, I see, because you can retain modifiers. Okay. That would be pretty strong early on. And go for Air Beast for a duration. Hindering them. If you defeat the beast while it's engulfed in wisp, it will be captured by this gem, transforming the gem to instead allow you to summon the beast as a reviving companion. Okay. That does sound pretty powerful, honestly. Maybe we'll turn this into a minion build at some point.
Lightning strikes twice!
Nothing here except that's not the right button. I don't know why I keep hitting map or M for map. That would be silly. There's a war cache? Was that there before? Oh yeah, it was definitely there. I remember now. That's what it was saying. War cache. What's the sound on it? Shrouded vest. Is that what we're looking for? Yes. Shrouded vest.
Our people have lived in the shadows of the dunes for too long. Countless generations have been forgotten, will be forgotten. We are not Faradin. We are Maraketh. And if we work together, if we unite, then they will be forced to acknowledge us. We must show them
Take this!
casting us off is a mistake.
Straight through the arch!
We must show them our strength. Perhaps we can one day rebuild Keth itself. For all those who live in the plains of Vastiri.
Very passionate speech. Yeah, it does seem like they've changed the loot tables though. So like they've done a lot of good with this update. I'm just concerned about these meaningful boss fights. I feel like there's going to be a very fine balance with them, and I don't know if newer players are going to want to invest the time and effort it would take to make those fights feel good. Okay, a little bit of miss. And that's a lightning resist ring that we are going to need. That's actually pretty good. Let's just put that on. That should get us. Yeah. I want to make sure we stay on the positive. And the boss here. I mean, this boss is going to be fire damage. But the boss at the end of this will be lightning damage. It's like so far so good with this build, right? Like the lightning kind of works out for us. It also helps if we don't miss, but so it looks like empowered strikes is also like a good thing for us here. You know, I wonder if the the barrage will help us with single target. So instead of having to cast a bunch of little ones, we just throw like a barrage of multiple. Because we won't have the empowered version without killing something.
It's a death trap.
So see, like, we do this, right? I feel like that's going to be good for single target, and then we'll just not use frenzy charges. That is a unique strong box. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Ogum's Legacy? What am I supposed to do here? Alright, let's test out my theory. If I... Yeah, that is...
Straight through the arc. Proof of my prowess.
I have no idea what's going on right now. Trying not to die, so... Ow. Okay. How many times are you gonna resummon this guy? Is this a new mechanic? I don't know what's going on here. Does it just resummon him forever? What is going on? Jesus Christ. So we had to fight him 4 times. What do we get out of that? Nothing. Why would I want to fight a guy 4 times if he doesn't give me anything?
I'm bent double as is.
Like... What? What a colossal waste of time.
I'll not make the journey home like that.
Okay, let's go back to town. I don't... Fought a guy 4 times to get nothing. Great game design.
Greetings.
Like, none of this, like... I guess this would be good. Seems pretty strong, but like... I don't know. I have a... Magic to rare. Okay, normal. Do I have any essences, actually? No, I used that one. Okay. Normal to magic. Life, good. Stun threshold, not so good. Don't need that. Ours is better without the upgrades. Great. Sure. Wow. Alright.
Hello?
I hear
tell your
no
tale.
need to rush. I shall put this to use.
Folk won't take kindly to that.
Hello? I will tell your tale.
I guess I should probably keep a... Oh no, that's where I want it. Keep our jewelry and stuff in there.
Straight through the air. Hold on.
So that, I guess. Oh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've seen them block a path like that.
I'll not say no to that.
Oh, it's Chaos Orb. Okay. For a second there, I was like, oh, it's just Chaos Orb, and then I remembered, oh, no, it's Chaos Orb. I was mixing it up with the Regal Orb. Wait, did they add something to... Hitting M for map, I don't know why I do that. That's fun. Okay, now we can add anything. What's this checkpoint here for? I guess it's just like a halfway point or something. Dead end. What's this checkpoint here for then? Doesn't make sense. There's nothing over there. I guess so you could take that checkpoint back to that checkpoint. With a lot of people all in a very small amount of space. Essence of Sorcery. Caster modifier guy. Face mask. Wait, there's two essence monsters this close together. Interesting. Are you also a Shroud Walker?
This is what I get for freeing you.
That's not good. Okay, that was weird. The minecart was attached to that guy's hands, and it just, every time I hit him, it just like swung a minecart around. I don't know if that's how that's supposed to work. Oh, you guys can't die.
A weapon's only as strong as the hand what wields it.
More evasion. I'm gonna go for some defenses earlier on. Okay. Ooh, I want to test something here.
I'll show you insane!
Can we parry her? I wonder if we can parry her, her combo.
Stand still. Stand still.
Oppressors!
Blind.
Again, way too tanky. Look at this. Okay. Can I parry this? I can parry that. Okay, so you can parry her combo, which is huge, by the way. Because that's like her strongest attack.
Stand still. Hold this.
Oof, that's not good. That was nice that you could parry that. You can parry that. That's big. That's huge. Level 6 gem. Nice.
Come in handy.
I'll just grab all of that. Okay. You know what? I'm a dingus. I think I know why our spear's doing too. We haven't been leveling up our spear. Yeah. Okay.
Hundreds.
So
Thousands even.
that apparently was completely on me. Ooh, projectile skills though. More damage. Accuracy. 2 projectiles and life per enemy hit. Yes. Because we're using projectiles more than we're using melee. With 1 fire modifier. Interesting. Alright. So, go back here. I don't know why I forgot that. I forgot that You leveled up skill gems, which is probably why our damage wasn't as good as it should have been. So.
What have you learned?
Fine.
Hello!
How's this? Fine. No. Come on, movement speed. I'll take more evasion rating, that's fine. That's just better. See if she has any good spears. Also, better armor would be nice too. Shrouded. So this is... It's not really that much evasion rating, and ours already has some lightning on it, so I think we'll just stick with ours. Okay, we're up to iron bucklers now, though. This seems a smart play here. Because this is just life. It's just a life game.
Thank you. Here for a story. Do not wander.
Fire resistance, perfect. Very good. Critical hit for spells, it's accuracy, cold damage, fire damage, lightning damage, strength. Okay. I was trying to see if we could have the physical one, but I'm guessing we get that later on. Is our evasion rating right now 59%. Definitely needs to be higher. Wait, block. Does it block? Oh, it does have block. Okay. Wrong button. Okay, so I think we're good to go to the next area.
Yes?
Alright, Holani Gates. Ugh. Okay. Just realized that my microphone was turned down. Have I been quiet this whole time? Let me make some adjustments here. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely quieter than it was before. Interesting. Okay. Hopefully that'll make me a bit easier to hear. I didn't realize that it had been turned down. Whenever they do Windows updates messes with everything, so... Okay... Now the real challenge is going to be C.
So,
You've sounded fine, okay.
Let us see. You have your orders.
We're about to do the, about to have access to, like, where we can get Ascendancy. That's where it's really going to be, see how they rebalance stuff. Because the trials sucked.
Finally, some shade. I'm sweating like a stuck pig, I am. Right in the gut! You're mine!
Looters. He is exhausted today. I wouldn't tell him to take the day. I don't know. Take the day off. He's just sleeping really hard. Oh, okay. Like, I know he does the wrestling stuff, but like, physical health has always got to come first. People can wait another day for that stuff if necessary. But, I mean, at least he's sleeping. I know you guys have been struggling with some rest as of late. Been up and around. He's been sleeping through it. Hey. He probably just hit that point where his body was like, look, we're getting rest whether you like it or not, so... Been there a few times. He'll be fine for tonight, though. Yeah, I hope so. I know he really enjoys the wrestling stuff. It brings the community together, which I know is very important to him. So, I know he's also been dealing with like a lot of like he mentioned that like the lethargy and stuff like that past week or so. So, hopefully he'll come back rejuvenated, and that good rest plus, you know, a wrestling stream maybe just what he needs to get back into it. Up and at him, as they say. I have two. I'm thinking just butter. Yeah, the temperature change is definitely going to affect that. I was thinking about that too, because I've also not been feeling like super high energy, and yesterday I just had this weird case of like, I don't know, it felt like really like strong frustration, but I had nothing to be frustrated about, so I don't know. I think my body is finally just coming down from all of the anxiety of the procedure and stuff, so okay, chill out. So, by the way, you can totally rebalance it, because if we got stuck like that before, we would have just died. We would have just instantly died. I always will when I was eating. Yeah, it's a lot of spiders. But yeah, it's weird because like I don't usually get frustrated, like physically frustrated. But I think it was just a buildup of a lot of stuff. But I've bounced back. I got some good rest. I took a muscle relaxer last night.
Who are these lasses then? They have an air of importance.
Which the doctor said they recommended taking after the procedure.
Lightning strikes twice.
Ow, 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 okay, my bad. Jesus.
Almost a challenge.
But yeah, and I'm still just trying to find out because I've babied my back so much because of how long it's hurt that now I'm just trying to find like what the new normal is, which is I guess weighing on me a little bit.
Balbala has been sentenced to 1,000 years of suffering as a djinn, bound in this place of her dishonor.
Kane.
Let no woman or man of Marika blood enter her prison before her time is served.
This guy. So this is where I'm wondering the empowered is not the better. Hey, thank you for the subscription over there on YouTube. How you doing today? What up? Not much, just trying to make some more progress in this. Testing out the Huntress, and specifically a lightning spear build. How are you today? Sorry, my chat wasn't coming through. We multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube. Unfortunately, my multi-chat wasn't working, so I missed your message there. But I did see your subscription. I do appreciate it. How are you today? DD. Unless you have something you prefer me to call you other than just two of the same letter. Double D. They did an Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Anybody remembers that? You know, growing up I didn't even realize that was a Canadian cartoon. Very interesting to find that out later on in life. Not that it matters one way or the other, but... Oh, Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab, yeah, there's that too. Ah, just chill out. Oh, energy shield, okay, I was like, why is this thing so tanky? Yeah. Alright, that. Make sure we kill those guys. Level 6 gem. Go ahead and use that to level up Cull the Weak. Nice. Not too shabby. Okay. So I'm guessing the prison's on the other side then. So that's the gates. They've also added, or at least these maps have been changed, which is nice. So now I feel like I'm actually exploring these again instead of doing the same, 6 maps. Gotta find Babala. Over here. Yep.
There's something odd about this door. Feels like it were meant to stay shut.
Free.
I prove myself. Visions of death.
Lightning strikes twice!
Face me. Visions of death. Face me.
Look, they also made this fight a little bit easier. I say that as I immediately get my butt kicked. Yeah. Yeah, so it seems like all the sub-bosses have been maybe rebalanced in an easier way, but that main boss so far has been... I might as well just grab all of this. Up something, yeah. Whirling Slash. Okay, good. So we got that.
Lightning strikes twice!
I might as well go over here and see if we can get in any more trouble. There was. That was complete. So this, I don't think these checkpoints are lined up properly. It says the checkpoint's over here, when it's right there. This one's over here. This one's over here. Yikes.
Too late to stop the bloodshed. But
Drinking?
not too late to
As of right now, nothing. It's empty, but I was having tea.
avenge the fallen.
I usually start with, so this is a 32-ounce cup, and then I have a 32-ounce water, I believe. Pretty sure that's how much this is. So basically, like, I end up having, it's like close to, it's either half a gallon or a gallon of liquid. 64 ounces. 2 gallon. Yeah, it's half a gallon. Right, so it's hydration, you know. And the tea I drink is, it's just 3 ingredients. It's just black tea, water, and sugar, you know. So it's like the sugar is not great for me, obviously, but because of these statues are gonna have some pretty good resistances, I guess. Nice.
We must open. Come on.
That was a colossal miss. All about the dastardly and delicious. Yeah. Well, it's like I'm fine drinking water. Most of the people I know really struggle to drink water. Like I can drink like a gallon of water a day and be like fine. It's just tea, at least in the morning, gives me a little bit of caffeine to kind of ward off any like headaches or whatever. And then the rest of it is just hydration. So. Because like I said, it's the Milo's tea, which is 3 ingredients. At least that's what they say. Now they could be lying, obviously, but if you look on the ingredients on the back of Milo's, it just lists like the 3 or 4. So, cause I don't know if it includes water, but outside that, again, kind of wild high, drink so much water. Yeah. Oh yeah, the cotton mouth stuff that happens, yeah. And the dehydration, yeah. Okay, we already have a pretty good one then. Is this the, yeah, this is the Impaler lady. Oof. That was a very painful maneuver.
Clean kill.
Hunting spear. Okay.
If we can allow the caravan through all lightning strike twice, warriors will swarm the hunter.
I'll not make the journey home like that.
A front against net. Onwards! Give these demons no quarter.
I need to pick up this hood. Alright, so that does that. Where's projectiles? Let's see if we can find a projectile thing. Chance to pierce, chance to pierce. And forking. From terrain. This looks like it might be a good direction for us. This also gets us towards the attack speed stuff and the dexterity and the extra evasion. And the lightning. Yeah, so we're gonna go this way. So we're gonna grab this, and then we're gonna make our way down here. Skill Galaxy, yeah. Like, it's not super complicated. Like, I try to explain to people, like, yes, this is very intimidating, but, like, you have to remember that this is all of the characters, right? This is all of the characters' trees. So, like, for us, like, there's a good chance, and you can kind of see it, right, where this opening is on either side. If you imagine it just as a pie slice, right? So it goes from, like, here to here, right? Most of your stuff's going to be spent within your, like, confines. There are some builds that obviously, like, they'll immediately, like, go this way or something, right? It gives you the ability to do that stuff, but overall is not, like, you're not required to get, like, all the way over here to block sword attacks, right? Like, so you spend a lot of time within your own little pie slice here, so it's, like, from here to here, right? So it's not as overwhelming as it looks. It's just then you have to start figuring out, like, where do you want your build to go, and that's where I think a lot of people fall off. Projectiles have increased hits. Oh. Stand and deliver. Okay. Might have to look into that. But yeah, so, and you can also, the nice little feature here is also search. So if I'm like, okay, I want lightning damage, now I just type in light, and you can see, like, there's a lightning damage node. There's a bunch of lightning damage there, which I completely missed, right? Like, I didn't even see this node, but that's good, because now I know that that's there. You know, there's a lightning node up here, there's lightning up here if I want it, right? And you can look around the tree, you can see where it's at, and it's like, obviously, I'm not going to go all the way over here for this lightning, in most cases, right? Because I'd have to, like, go, like, all of this, and that's a bunch of wasted points. So, you know, it's like, okay, and it's like, okay, well, I'm also doing spear, right? So, if I look, lo and behold, in this entire tree, there's one place for spears, and it's right here. You know, so it's just like, okay, if I know I'm going to use a spear, I only have to get here, right? So it's again, it's one of those, it seems intimidating at first, but once you get into it, it's not too bad. I still think they should add something that maybe by the time it releases we'll get this. I think they should have starter builds. Like, they should have a way to, like, hey, this league we have like a build per class, or maybe, like, I don't know, like, it would help to have, like, a build per class so you can click on it and it tells you, like, exactly where to go, right? Because there's games that do that, and I think that would help the onboarding so much, because, again, if a new player looks at this, they go, no thanks, right? I don't want to try to parse all of this, you know? So... So it's just one of those that's like, and that's beside, you know, the skill tree, or the skill gems too, right? So not only do you have to figure out that passive tree, and then you have to look at, what does the skill gem do? What about support gems? You know, like, there's a lot to the game, which is the reason why it's so engrossing a lot of times. But there's also, you know, especially with the first game, there's just not a lot of great ways for new players to get into it without looking up a YouTube video. And if you need a YouTube video to start playing a game effectively, then something needs to be done about the design, which that's my biggest hope with PoExile 2 is I don't care about meaningful combat. I don't care about loot pinata stuff. Like, I can deal with less loot, I can deal with more loot. What really matters to me is if I can go, hey, when this game full releases at, you know, at $0, you as a new player will be able to pick this up and kind of understand. Now, I don't want it to be easy, right? Like, that's not although I do think games can be easier. That's just a personal thing. But, like, I just want more people to be able to play it, and the better the onboarding is. And if you don't know what I mean by onboarding, basically it's like how easily does a new player pick up and run with the game, right? That's what onboarding basically is. If you've ever worked a job, you hear onboarding. It's like when you're a new hire, you go through onboarding. It kind of runs you through the basics so that you're ready to do your job effectively, or at least get ready to learn how to do your job effectively. It's the same thing with game design, right? How easily does a newer player pick up a build or the ability to progress through the game? And that will always be my biggest hope, because the problem I have with PoExile 1 is every time I recommend it, people go, I saw the skill tree and I just couldn't do it. And I'm like, I completely understand, right? I completely understand that. And that happens here as well, right? Obviously, you still have this giant skill tree. However, if we can make it easier to understand, or make it cleaner, or, you know, not have as much complication when trying to assemble a build, that means less people are going to look at that tree and get confused. However, currently, it still just looks like a giant skill forest, and, you know, people are not going to want to deal with all of that. So, alright. Let's see if we get our butt kicked here. We should have good lightning resist and fire resist, so.
How is this possible?
You are unworthy!